provisional agreement between Iran and the P5+1 nations has been reached regarding Iran's nuclear program, but UN sanctions remain an obstacle as a major deadline approaches. Former U.S. Ambassador to the UN, John Bolton, spoke at an event at the U.S. Capitol about the current negotiations and why the deal is fundamentally flawed and that there's no deal he would trust Iran with.
The negotiations should be brought to a halt. I think as long as this regime is present in Iran, that it can't be trusted and it's determined to have nuclear weapons, I'm afraid we're down to a very unhappy circumstance. I don't think the sanctions have slowed down the nuclear weapons program. I think the most likely outcome is that Iran gets nuclear weapons, but we need to look at all of our options now very carefully. Signing a deal with Iran simply paves the way to a nuclear weapons state.
In regards to the letter sent to Iran by Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton and 46 other Republican senators, Bolton believes we're focusing on the wrong thing. Meanwhile, Sarah Stern, founder for Endowment for Middle East Truth, believes it was a true act of patriotism.
Face it, this Iranian nuclear bomb is going to be aimed at us eventually. And the U.S. Senate has been sidelined out of the negotiations. This was an act almost of desperation because President Obama has gone so far to silence any kind of sunlight and any kind of realism about what this deal entails.
While the public doesn't know fully what's in the Iran nuclear deal, a lot of the criticism of the agreement comes from the parts that are being leaked by White House officials. In addition to this, the Obama administration pulled Iran and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah from this year's terror list. Ambassador Bolton thinks this omission might be tied to the negotiations.
The administration is preparing the groundwork to open full diplomatic relations with this state. I think that's part of the price Iran wants. I think we need to find out what has actually been going on here. There's no reason in reality why Iran's terrorist activities still should not be thought of the worldwide threat assessment, and it was very disturbing to find out that the administration had deleted all reference to them.
However, when it comes to Pakistan, a country that has had nuclear weapons since 1998 and is host to 48 reported terrorist and extremist groups, Ambassador Bolton doesn't believe they're as great a threat.
In the Iranian case, their ability, their willingness to give such weapons to terrorist groups for use anywhere in the world is very, very troubling. I wish Pakistan didn't have nuclear weapons, but I think the Iranian threat is clearly greater.
While much progress has been made in the Iranian nuclear talks, an agreement has yet to be reached. If a deal can't be reached by March 31st, the Obama administration may look to other diplomatic alternatives. I'm Siraj Hashmi for GVH Live.